This is Calvin Castine. We're at Plattsburgh High School, Barker Memorial Gymnasium on this 26th day of February 1997. We are here for the overall semifinal game, the overall championship round of Section 7, featuring the Class B champions, the Beekmantown Eagles, and from the Class D sectional winner championship round, the Schroon Lake Wildcats. Part of the interest tonight will be how Lucas Brock will fare against a team as powerful as Beekmantown. Brock has been called by many to be the outstanding player in the area in Section 7. But tonight he'll be going against a Beekmantown team that has several outstanding ball players, including 6'7" Dan Munson. Brock stands at 6'4", and he towered over most of his opposition in the MVAC. So that's going to be one of the interesting things to look for as we get ready for this ball game. We'll be turning the microphone over to Mr. Ducky Drake and John Niles from radio station WIRY, so don't go away.
Our next game is the boys' game between Class B champions Beekmantown Central School and Class D champions Schroon Lake Central School. The winner of this game will meet Class C champions Saranac Central School tomorrow night for the overall Section 7 titles. The visiting team for this game will be Schroon Lake Central. The Wildcats are coached by Mr. Carmen Decker. Number 00, Todd Manning. Number 14, Andy Hammond. Number 22, John Harden. Number 24, Matt Martin. Number 25, Jason Norda. Number 32, Adam Friedman. Number 35, Jason Digger. Number 41, Aaron Harris. Number 42, Brandon Desalia. Number 43, Jeff Levis. Number 44, Anthony Pitkin. And now, the Wildcats starting five. Number 21, a freshman, Rich Brock. Number 23, a sophomore, Joe Welch. Number 31, a junior, Joe Brand. Number 33, a senior, Tony Lane. Number 34, a senior, Lucas Brock. The home team for this game, Beekmantown Central. The Eagles are coached by Mr. Casey Lowe. Mr. George Dyer and Mr. Dan Munson are the assistant coaches. Number 11, Jeff Bosworth. Number 14, Andy Daggett. Number 15, Casey Brennan. Number 20, Nick Karen. Number 22, Luke Gladden. Number 23, Emmett Roulette. Number 24, Jesse Blake. Number 25, Justin Van Cord. And now, the Eagles, starting five. Number 31, is sophomore, Dan Munson. Number 30, a senior, Kevin Ludden. Number 32, a senior, Emmanuel Darling. Number 33, a senior, Chip Fortunatus. And number 34, a senior, Chris Baroni. The officials for this game, Mr. Miller and Mr. Sprague. Mr. McClatchy is the official scorer. Mr. Bruce, the official timer, with Mr. Goose Gagnon on the shot clock. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem.
right back at Plattsburgh High School Gymnasium. Ducky Drake with John Niles for Hometown Radio, WIRY Sports. As Lucas Brock gets ready to jump it up against Beekmantown's Danny Munson. Eagles will be going left to right. And the boys BD semifinal, if you will, is underway. Tap controlled by the Wildcats. Brand to Brock. Lucas Brock down the lane, all the way to the hoop, lays it in.
Boy, that's a strong move, Brock. Yes. We saw him make a couple of those moves at Memorial Hall the other day.
Full court pressure down the floor to Munson. He'll lay it in.
Yeah, that's a tough play to stop, and Munson gets the ball uncontested underneath the basket.
Wildcats bring it back. Richard Brock lost it. Charlemagne ahead to Fortunatus. Ahead of the pack, he'll lay it in.
There's the thing that Beekmantown is so capable of doing, causing turnovers.
4-2 Beekmantown. Up the right sideline into forecourt. This is a violation as he carries the basketball. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. Maroney inbounds to Charlemagne. They try to trap him at midcourt. He gets it up to Lund, quickly in the left to Peroni, and he took a step.
Yeah, he took an extra one.
So the Wildcats will take it back. 4-2 Beekmantown, about 45 seconds in. Lucas Brock, the big man, handling the ball in backcourt, out of backcourt, over the midcourt line. Takes it to the top of the circle. Beekmantown man-to-man, and a whistle. I think perhaps a problem with the shot clock, maybe?
I'm not sure what it is. The shot clock was working.
Wildcats put it back in play. Here's Lucas Brock, top of the circle. On the left side to Brand. Brand, back up top, inside, put up, and no good by Lang, but he drew the foul inside. And it'll be a shooting foul.
Looks like it was on Charlemagne, I believe. Lund.
Lund, they say.
One concept that the Schroon Lake looks like they're going to do is drop Munson away from the basket with Brock more handling the ball at the top of the key and Lang posting up Charlemagne.
Tony Lang, senior, goes to the line. First one no good. 4-2 Beekmantown, 6:57, first quarter. Lang ready with a second one in the air, off the front, no good. And then Munson lost it off his hands, out of bounds. Oh, the Wildcats will get it back. Richard Brock into Brand, back to Brock, to Brand, right sideline. Up top to Welsh, swings it around, left side Lang, left of the paint. Lang leans in there, puts it off the glass and in.
Nice drive by Lang. He's a strong-looking player as well.
Game tied at 4. Here's Charlemagne. Paint, left side Munson off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover.
Yeah,
the Wildcats.
Charlemagne trying to be a little too fancy with that pass. It was a hard pass for Munson to handle.
Richard Brock looking to inbounds, gets it in now. Backcourt, here's Brand out of backcourt. Picked up by Peroni. Peroni ties him up. And the arrow says it goes to Beekmantown.
Yeah, Peroni, a strong kid, tough on the football field. He looked equally tough here in the basketball court.
Peroni will inbounds in backcourt. 4-4, 6.5 left first quarter. The Schroon Lake Lakers, Lang retying his sneaker. Wait, now Beekmantown brings it back. Zoned by Wildcats. Fortunatus, top to Lund. Loops it right corner, Charlemagne in the elbow. He's going to pop one out of the elbow, no good. Rebound Lang. Covers up, waits for the traffic to clear. Puts it on the floor, Charlemagne. Working him over, stole it, Charlemagne lays it in.
Boy, that's one thing they'll find out quickly. You cannot put the ball out in front of Charlemagne.
Lucas Brock brings it back for the Wildcats. Lost control of it. Lang picks up. 6-4 Beekmantown, 2 minutes gone. Inside Brock. Off the glass too hard. Rebound. Baseline. Picked up by the Wildcats. Brock to Lucas Brock. A short jumper hits.
A nice soft 10-footer by Brock.
Game tied at 6. Down the floor comes Munson to the hoop and he'll lay it in. As he got ahead of the pack. 8-6 Beekmantown. Now Lucas Brock turns, wants a timeout, got it just in time. Took his eye off Munson. Munson came in and tapped it away, but he got the timeout first. So 8-6 Beekmantown, and a timeout called by the Wildcats. So I did not see much of the game last Saturday with Schroon Lake and Elizabethtown early. It is early, 2.5 minutes into the game. Brock handles the ball pretty well for a big guy.
Very well, and you'll notice they bring him away from the basket, and that's two purposes to that. One is that he can handle the ball, and he had a great drive to the basket,
Yeah.
a very strong drive the very first play of the game. And secondly, it'll draw Munson away from the basket, and then Crown Point would hope to try to control the boards thereafter. It looks to me like they're going to try to have Lang post up Charlemagne, but Charlemagne's not an easy guy to post up. He's so athletic and so strong. He can jump so well, so I'm not sure how far that'll take them, but you're right. Brock is a very capable ball handler.
5:38 left first quarter, 8-6. Beekmantown. Charlemagne, Fortunatus, Munson, Lund, Peroni.
One thing Beekmantown does well too, Munson, he runs the court real well. You got to watch because he'll sneak out and get an uneasy basket, and he did.
Richard Brock into Lang, Charlemagne on him, full court pressure. Lang trying to take it up the sideline, shut off. Back to Brock, up to Lucas Brock, up the left side. Here's Brand on the baseline, lost it off the dribble. Charlemagne with the steal. Charlemagne hustles it up the floor. Ball off a hand, deflects off the backboard, back to Charlemagne. Whips one cross court. Lund for three, off the side, no good. Lucas Brock cleans the glass. Brock brings it out of backcourt, left sideline. Brock takes it on the sideline to the baseline, shut off by Munson. Outside now to Brand. Now to Lang on the top. Lang, left of the key, looking inside, nothing there. Left side, long shot, three-pointer drained by Brand.
Well, I thought that might be out of his range, but nothing but net.
9-8 Wildcats. Out of backcourt, Fortunatus. He stepped out, but we're going to get a foul call on Schroon Lake. He was bumped out of bounds. That's on Lang, first on Lang. Peroni inbounds near sidelines, 9-8 Schroon Lake, 4:41 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Charlemagne working on Brent. Blew right by him, down the paint, dished off for Munson. It was behind him. Munson got it back. Lund, a long three-pointer, iron. Rebound Fortunatus, left side Charlemagne along the baseline. Back out Fortunatus for three, bingo!
Wow, what a smooth stroke.
11-9, Beekmantown. Here's Charlemagne with a steal in backcourt. Charlemagne left to Munson to the lane. He'll lay it in.
Boy, some great looking passes from Charlemagne early on.
He looks crisp. 13-9 Beekmantown. 4:05 in the quarter. Lucas Brock for the Wildcats. On the left perimeter. Outside Lang for three. Off the iron, no good. Somebody push it off inside. And it looks like it might have been Welsh for Schroon Lake. Yep, first on Welsh. Second team foul. Eagles with a 4-point lead in the ball. 3:55 first quarter. Fortunatus, Charlemagne, nice little bounce pass up to Lund. Right to the lane, kicks it back out to Fortunatus. Fortunatus whips one inside Peroni, baseline, hands to Charlemagne, and gave it to Munson, and Brock rejects it. Back up the right side. This is Welsh in forecourt, and he traveled with the basketball right in front of the Beekmantown bench.
Yeah, that's the fifth turnover for Schroon Lake, and you want to minimize the turnovers in this game if you're Schroon Lake.
Yes. 13-9 Eagles. Here's Charlemagne on the dribble, across the lane, right side Fortunatus along the baseline, kicks it out deep. Lund for three, off the side, no good. Rebound, Richard Brock throws it off of Munson, out of bounds.
Speaking of Lund, he had a great game the other day. He had 5 out of 6 shots from three-point range, and really was a savior for Beekmantown in that game.
Here's Brand, back to Richard Brock, out of backcourt for the Wildcats, down by 4, 3:20 first quarter. Now to Lang, Charlemagne on him. Now to Brand, they've got Peroni on him, left side. Welsh with Lund on him. Now to Lang, fills the lane, comes through, lays it in.
Yeah, nice give and go from Brock to Lang.
Long down the floor for Munson, tipped away, and the Wildcats steal. Richard Brock out of backcourt, he got fouled, perhaps by, that was a Charlemagne or Peroni. They were both in the neighborhood. And they're going to call it on, well, Lund.
Yeah, it was Lund.
Lund that was there.
You notice though they almost had another fast break layup with Munson. He just gets up and down that court real quickly for a man his size.
So Lund with 2 quick fouls comes out. Jesse Blake in for Beekmantown. 2:58 remaining. First quarter, 13-11 Beekmantown. Here's Brand. Right side to Richard Brock. Brock hands the ball. Right sideline to the baseline. Now the Lucas Brock turns through the lane and puts it in.
Boy, he is graceful for a big
step.
man, is he not?
One quick step and he was in. Tied 13. Here's Charlemagne. Fortunatus down the paint. Fortunatus left-handed, put it up short. Rebound. Lucas Brock. Now spins, almost lost it, got it back. Brock out of backcourt. It does lose it, and he had been hit from behind.
Yeah, he got fouled. I think it's on Munson, right?
First on Munson.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Brock's ability to be able to handle the ball. It's a nice-looking player.
Casey Brennan in, and Munson will sit. Game tied at 13, 2:23 first quarter. Wildcats have it in backcourt. Lucas Brock up to Lang. Lang takes it out of backcourt, takes it down the right sideline. Lang makes a move to the paint. Dishes inside. Peroni steals. Hands the ball to Fortunatus to Charlemagne. Charlemagne brings it back. They'll set it up. Down to 2:05 in the quarter. Game tied at 13. Cross court. Here's Blake. Right sideline. Blake outside Charlemagne. Left of the lane. It's Peroni. Back up top Charlemagne. Bounce pass left side. Fortunatus for three. Off the side. No good. Emmanuel Charlemagne comes down the lane. Put it up too hard. No good. Rebound. Taken away by Brand. Now to Brock. Lucas Brock tipped by Charlemagne. Charlemagne with the steal. Charlemagne goes in. Blocked by Brock. And back comes Brand out of backcourt. Brand with a minute and a half remaining. Gives it to Brock. Brock will say lost it out of bounds.
That was a pretty block on Brock and Charlemagne, wasn't it?
I think they're getting some respect for Charlemagne's speed and hands.
Yeah,
early.
You cannot dribble in front of him. You've got to protect the ball.
Here's Blake, 1:24 remaining in the quarter, tied at 13. Charlemagne up top, right side, Blake. Blake on the sideline, comes right to the circle, top to Charlemagne. Charlemagne, left side, Fortunatus for three. Off the side, no good. Offensive rebound by Blake. Back on the right sideline, inside Peroni, makes the move on a block, but he may get fouled by Brand, I think. Foul on Brand, first on him. Third team, it's a shooting foul. Peroni to the line, no points. First time anybody's been to the line for Beekmantown.
Nice offensive rebound by Jesse Blake, and Beekmantown, though, not shooting very well.
Nope, not early. Two for Peroni. Trying to break the tie. First one off the front, no good. One more for Peroni.
Well, as a coach, you always fear, is Beekmantown just going to mail this one in? You know, and I'm sure they'll get going, but Schroon Lake playing them very, very well at this point.
Peroni has one more coming. He's ready. Second one in the air is in and out. Rebound on the floor. Loose ball still. Now Fortunatus comes away with it. Tied at 13, 55 seconds. Here's Charlemagne. Down low, Peroni. Hands the ball, but he blocked up. Yeah.
He did.
Shuffle. Turnover, Beekmantown. So the Wildcats get it back with 52 seconds left in the quarter. Tied at 13. Brand will bring it back for Schroon Lake. Out of backcourt, picked up by Peroni. Dribbles behind the back. Now double team. Needs help. Flips it over to Richard Brock. His pass blocked by Charlemagne to Fortunatus. Back to Charlemagne and intercepted by Brand. And Brand turns it around for the Wildcats. Brand across the paint, through the paint, put it up too hard. Rebound, Blake, 30 seconds. Blake down the left side, tied at 13. Then Brennan. Brennan, baseline. Blocked by Lucas Brock out of bounds.
That's number 3 in terms of blocks for Brock.
Eagles have it on the baseline, tied at 13. 24 seconds remaining. First quarter, and it comes to Blake on the perimeter. Hands the ball to Charlemagne. Shot clock is off. They can hold for one. Charlemagne looks at the clock. It's down to 15. Charlemagne halfway between the circle and the blue line. Clock is down to 10. Charlemagne makes a move. Foul line, left side. Blake. Blake on the perimeter. Shot. Bingo! A three-pointer by Blake.
Big basket.
Long up the floor. There goes your buzzer, and that is the end of the first half. And the three-pointer by Blake is the difference. At the end of the first quarter, rather. At the end of one, it is Beekmantown 16, Schroon Lake 13. Boys overall basketball championships continue on WIRY in 30 seconds.
starter on the defensive end. He's been a man underneath the basket that's just controlled the game so far. 3 blocks, had some rebounds. He's got 6 points, and good ball player. But Beekmantown did not shoot well in that first quarter. They're very capable of stroking some from the 3-point range, and they did not shoot well at all.
Beekmantown created some turnovers, but they were unable to turn them into points for the most part.
Yeah.
Lake's 3-pointer right near the end of the quarter, and Beekmantown up by 3 as we go to the second. Inbounds it comes. Here's Richard Brock. Out of Lang near the midcourt line. He's got Brennan on him. Lang on the dribble. Right sideline gets a screen. Now back to Welsh. Welsh, top of the circle. Blake on him. Back down to Brand. Brand swings it around left side inside. Lucas Brock puts it up way off the mark. And here's Fortunatus away with it. Fortunatus out of backcourt to Charlemagne. Top of the circle. Now to Fortunatus. Fortunatus stops. Top of the circle. Right side Blake. Now Blake, top of the key. On the right sideline, Charlemagne. Charlemagne will bring it back up top. Left bounce pass, Fortunatus brings it back to the top again. Fortunatus stopping, outside Charlemagne. Charlemagne, right side Fortunatus puts it in low to Brennan. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Brock. Lucas Brock, they sit on the floor. By Fortunatus, no call. Out comes Brand out of backcourt. 16-13 Eagles, 6:52 remaining in the half. Here's Lang to the paint, drops it, got it back, trying to throw it up, lost control of it. Fortunatus stripped there by Richard Brock, 5-footer, no good. Rebound put up, Lang drew the foul on Charlemagne. First on Charlemagne. It'll be a shooting foul. Lang goes to the line. He's got 4, he's 0 for 2 from the line. 16-13 Beekmantown. Lund with 2 fouls will come back in. Brennan will sit. Munson is also back in, so the original 5 back for Beekmantown.
Yeah, Jesse Blake did a nice job. Couple rebounds, hit that 3-pointer.
Lang to the line for Schroon Lake. Wildcats 0 for 2 from the line. Lang makes this one. 16-14. Beekmantown by a deuce. 1 more for Lang. Lang's second one is around and in. Got them both. 16-15. And some substitutions for Schroon Lake. Knopfert is in. And Martin is in. Here's Lund in forecourt. Now for Fortunatus. Eagles by a point. Down low, Munson, turnaround off the back, no good. Peroni going for the offensive rebound, has it in the corner. Now to Charlemagne, back to Peroni along the baseline. Kicks it right corner to Lund, up top Fortunatus. Fortunatus down the paint, lays it in.
Nice slicing drive by Fortunatus. He sees open lane, you can't give it to him.
18-15, Beekmantown, 6:12 in the half. Lucas Brock dribbling around on the perimeter. Left side to Martin. Martin worked off inside for Brock, tipped away, and here comes Fortunatus. On the right side to the baseline. Nice feed inside. Munson lays it in.
Yeah, good example of Munson running the floor in great position to get the pass.
Eagles by 5, 5:50 in the half. Lucas Brock down to the baseline, right side. Now for Welsh. Top to Richard Brock. Brock. Back to Welsh. Swings it around, right sideline. Welsh on the dribble. Back to Richard Brock. Brock comes down the paint, lays it in. Nice move by Brock.
Boy, that's a great move, and I think he's only a freshman.
Yes, only a freshman. Richard Brock, 20-17. Beekmantown. Here's Lund. Up to Munson. He's by himself. He'll lay it up and miss it. Got his own rebound, lays it up, missed it. Put up and in by Peroni.
Another block by Brock in there.
22-17. Beekmantown by 5, 5:05. Here's Lucas Brock all the way to the hole, lays it in, but drew the charge.
Give Peroni credit. Stepped in and took the charge on Brock.
First on Brock. I think Welsh might have got poked in the eye or something. He's holding his head as he goes off the floor. He's holding the side of his eye. And we get a timeout called here. 22-17, Beekmantown with 5:04 remaining in the half. Boys overall basketball championships continue on WIRY in 30 seconds. Eagles lead it 22-17, 5:04 remaining in the first half. It was 16-13, Beekmantown after one. Maroney, Munson, Lund, Fortunatus, and Charlemagne for Beekmantown. Here's Fortunatus, full court zone press. They break it easily. Here's Lund, whips it up to Munson baseline. Munson fakes one, put it up, and Lucas Brock blocks it. Munson put up another one. This one he drew a foul. Maybe on Martin inside.
I think it was on Martin, not Brock. Boy, there was another block shot for Brock, though. He's blocked 5 so far.
It was on Martin.
One thing, though, there are some defensive lapses on the part of Schroon Lake. They're letting Munson really float all alone underneath the basket. Once he gets it, he's hard to stop, and he can draw a foul just about any time.
Munson to the line for 2. He's got 8 in the ball game. First time on the line for Munson. First of 2 is good. 6-point lead for the Eagles with 4:54 in the half. Munson's got another one. Looking for his 10th point, and it's no good. In and out, Lang rebound. Lead is half a dozen. Lang waiting. Now gets it to Lucas Brock. Brock whips it up the right side into forecourt. Here's Martin. Now Lang. Lang on the right sideline. Back up top. Knopfler on the left to Martin. Martin working on Ferroni, and a whistle. Somebody pushing off inside. Munson,
Whoa.
yes. Offensive foul.
I don't think I agree with that one.
Munson pushing off inside, trying to get defensive position. Second on Munson.
I thought I wouldn't have called anything, but had it been a call there, I think it was on Brock backing in. But
Wildcats have it on the baseline. They're down by half a dozen, 4:28 and a half. And it comes to Brock, left elbow. Down for Lang along the baseline. Moves along the baseline, put it up, no good. Rebound. Martin puts it up, no good. Tipped around, heading for the corner. Fortunatus picks up. Fortunatus splits the defense. Long up for Munson. He'll lay it in.
great pass, and Munson able to get down the court once again.
Lead is 8, 25-17, 4:05 left in the half. Beekmantown starting to open up a little bit of a lead now. Brock up the right side to Lang, out of backcourt. Charlemagne lets him go. Lang to the baseline. Lang, right baseline, shut off. Corner now to Brock. Brock outside, whipping around, left side. Martin for 3, iron. Rebound, Munson. Hands to Charlemagne, whips one up the floor to Ferroni, drops it. Nice pass inside one, whips it right corner. Fortunatus for 3. Swish!
Yeah, great look by Beekmantown too. Found the open man.
And the lead has exploded to 11, 28-17. 3:25 left in the half. Lucas Brock out of backcourt. Foul line knocked away, got it back. Now Brock to Martin, right elbow, along the baseline to the paint. Out to Lang for 3, iron, no good. Brock, rebound, put it in, nice play.
Yeah, nobody boxing him off the board, and he went high to tap that one back in.
28-19, Beekmantown coming down to the 3-minute mark of the first half. Charlemagne up ahead, knocked away by Friedman with a steal for Schroon Lake. Now to Brock. Brock brings it out of backcourt. Brock right sideline, circle, paint, left side. Woodorf looking inside for Brock, batted away, got it back. Back at Sata, Northdorf in for Lang, takes the paint. Oh, ran over Charlemagne, no call. Up ahead, here's Lund to the hoop, he'll lay it in.
Yeah, a lot of fast break layups for the Beavertown Eagles.
A lot of them, 30-19. 2.5 remaining. Here's Martin along the baseline with a J. Air ball. Munson cleans. Hands to Charlemagne. He'll run it up the floor. Fill the lane all the way to the hoop. Charlemagne missed it. Rebound Brock. Brock hands the ball to Lang. Lang will bring it back. 11-point lead for Beekmantown. 2:10 in the half. Here's Lang on the right sideline. Right elbow to Brock. Munson on him. Brock brings it along the sideline. Turns it to the baseline. Double team. Got it to Lang. Lang with a jumper off the back. No. Munson cleans the glass. Now for Charlemagne. Quickly up to Fortunatus. Fortunatus to the paint. Left-hander off the glass. Missed it. Brock rebounds for Schroon Lake. And Brock will bring it back for the Wildcats. 1:42 remaining. Brock to the baseline. Runner by Brock, short. Rebound, Charlemagne. Long to Lund. Lund to the hoop against Lang. He put it in, and he's fouled by Lang.
Boy, another fast break layup by the Eagles, and they get out quickly. And Schroon Lake not getting back.
No, they have had several fast break baskets. We're going to get a lot of substitutions. We got like 5 or 6 new guys coming in now.
The only thing I don't like about Brock's game so far is when he gets a rebound, he cradles it under one arm, and this level of play, you're going to lose it a lot more than you would by maintaining it. You got to get both hands on the ball.
Kevin Lund going to the line. Trying to finish off a three-pointer.
Coach Dubo's calling for an intentional foul. I didn't think there was anything intentional about that.
And Lund makes the free throw. 33-19, lead is 14. Here's Lang, baseline, along the baseline, due to foul on Lund, I guess, reaching in. That's a 3 on Lund.
Yeah.
Fans must have thrilled with that call.
Yeah, they may have got the wrong guy.
Here's Brand on the left sideline. Out to Welsh near the midcourt line. Holding, looking for some help. And they got a 5-second call. Didn't get any help as Lund had him covered closely. Minute and 16 left in the half. The Eagles have opened up a 33-19 lead. Lund with the 3 will come out. Charlemagne comes back in. Blake is in there. Brennan's in there. Fortunatus and Baroni. 33-19, Beekmantown. Here's Blake. Swings it around, right side. Out of Charlemagne to Fortunatus. Fortunatus puts it on the floor. Left sideline, now up top to Blake. Blake, top of the key, comes foul line, double team, had it knocked away. Brand with a steal. Brand turns it for the Wildcats. We're down to 51 seconds in the half. Out of Lang, out of backcourt. Lang, bounce bad, left side Manning, back to Lang. Lang uses Manning as a screen, pops the jumper, no good. Got his own rebound. Lang will pop one on the baseline, in and out, curls around. Tipped outside, picked up by Blake. Fortunatus checks the clock, 32 seconds remaining. They can hold it for 1. Lead is 14, and we're down to 25 seconds. Fortunatus for Beekmantown, just dribbling near the midcourt line. They'll run the clock down, it's at 20. Fortunatus, cross court, Charlemagne, back to Fortunatus, we're at 14. Fortunatus turns, looks at the clock, we're at 10. Fortunatus, top of the circle. Right side, Charlemagne, he threw it away. Over Charlemagne's head, out of bounds. So the Wildcats will get it back with 5 seconds remaining. Into Manning. Manning comes midcourt. Left side to Brock. Lets one go at the buzzer. No good, and we are at halftime. At the half, it is Beekmantown 33 and Schroon Lake 19. Beekmantown 33, Schroon Lake 19 at the half. The boys' overall basketball championships will continue in WIRY in 90 seconds.
As we get set for the second half, we've certainly been impressed this first half with the play of Mr. Lucas Brock out there for Schroon Lake. He certainly held his own against some talented Beekmantown players. And Schroon Lake stuck in his game for a while, but it looks like the Eagles are widening the gap here with a 33-19 lead at halftime. We're happy to see Bob Daly back on his feet and at the ball game for the first time as far back as anybody can remember. Bob Daly was not at the sectionals. He was under the weather, not feeling very well, but he's back on his feet and enjoying the ball game today. It doesn't seem like a playoff game if Mr. Bob Daly isn't there to cheer on the local teams.
The regionals next Tuesday, boys playing all their games over at Maxey Hall in Potsdam, and the girls will be at Memorial Hall against Section 10. So we're ready to go second half. Beekmantown leads at 33-19. They are waiting for a few more people to get off the court as they make their way back into the seats. Fortunatus, Charlemagne, Peroni, Munson, and Lund. Original 5 starters in there for Beekmantown. Charlemagne, now to Fortunatus. Eagles moving right to left. Loops in left corner to Lund, playing with 3 fouls. Up top, Fortunatus. Round on the right to Peroni. Peroni, right elbow to Lund. Outside, Charlemagne. Down low, Munson. Left, right corner, Lund. Bingo! A 3-pointer for Lund.
Great ball movement.
And the Eagles strengthen their lead at 36-19. Here's Lucas Brock for the Wildcats. Foul line for Lang. Lang to Brand on the left sideline. Back out to Lang. Back to Brand. Left sideline. Top to Lang. Now around right side, Richard Brock. Foul line. Leans in under Charlemagne. Throws an air ball that winds up going off of Lund out of bounds. Well, the Wildcats will get it back. 36-19, Beekmantown by 17. Inbounds and a whistle. Knocked back out by Lund.
Looks like Coach Dubose wanting to get a look at his zone defense.
Here's Brand, top of the circle for Schroon Lake. In trouble, got it down to Lucas Brock. Brock, top of the circle. Now low, got to go into the basket. That was laid in by Richard Brock.
Yeah, nice look.
36-21, minute gone, third quarter. Fortunatus for Beekmantown out of backcourt. Fortunatus now for Charlemagne. Zoned by the Wildcats. Now to Fortunatus. Right sideline, Peroni. Peroni on the baseline to Lund. Now to Charlemagne. Kicks it around. Left side, Peroni. Left to the lane. He'll back it out to the sideline. Left elbow, Lund. Up the left sideline, Charlemagne whips one in. Batted out of bounds. They try to whip it inside to Peroni. Knocked out by Brock. Fortunatus will inbounds baseline, 17 on the shot clock. Gets it in, Munson. Whoop, too hard off the glass. Got his own rebound, drops it. It's going out of bounds. Did he save it? Yes, got it to Peroni. Whips it outside to Charlemagne, batted away. Charlemagne dives, got it back. Now Fortunatus, around to Lund. Lund, top to Fortunatus, left to the circle, left to the lane. Now for Peroni. Pass too hard, too high, out of bounds.
Eagles almost guilty of overpassing now.
36-21, Beekmantown. And it comes to Brock, full court pressure. Now they leave him alone. He'll bring it over the midcourt line. Munson will meet him there. Lucas Brock, left sideline, now to Brand, back to Brock. Brock up top to Lang. Lang holding, swings it around, left side for Brock, batted away. Munson, loose ball, going out of bounds. Last touch by Beekmantown. Lang will put it in play near the Schroon Lake bench. 36-21, Beekmantown, about 2 minutes gone, third quarter. And it comes now. This is Richard Brock. Left side, Lang. Lang, first step, goes to the baseline and stripped away out of bounds, and it stays with the Wildcats.
Quick hands by the Eagles. Lang thought he may have gotten fouled, but it looked like a good defensive play from here.
Lang will put it in. Gets it into Brock, tipped away, picked up now, fade away, no good by Welsh. Back comes Fortunatus. Out of backcourt, Fortunatus. Bounce pass, right side, Charlemagne, down low, Peroni. Knocked out by Lucas Brock. Charlemagne will inbounds on the baseline. Right corner, Fortunatus, top to Lund, swings it around, left side, Charlemagne, baseline, Jay, bingo.
Yeah, nice 10-footer by Charlemagne. He's got nice touch from that area.
38-21, Eagles by 17, 5.5 in the third. Lucas Brock turns it up, down left the lane, inside, off the hands of Welsh and out of bounds. And it goes back over to Beekmantown.
Yeah.
Charlemagne, here's Lund, foul line, cross the circle, right to Fortunatus from about 15, off the back, no good. Rebound, Richard Brock. Brock runs Charlemagne to a screen, got it to Lang, still in backcourt, runs Fortunatus to his screen, and then ran over Peroni. Charge on Lang.
Didn't you think it looked like Lang was flirting with danger the whole way up the court? He was just escaping those screens, and eventually he ran into one, and it was an offensive foul.
His third foul, he comes out. John Harden comes in for Schroon Lake. Eagle basketball, they lead by 17, 5 left in the third, 5 minutes. Here's Fortunatus, now to Lund. Lund, top of the circle, round on the right side to Charlemagne. Charlemagne, right elbow, Fortunatus out of the corner, switch. Fortunatus now whistle in backcourt, and a timeout called by, I guess, Schroon Lake. Was that a 3 or a 2 by Fortunatus?
I put him down for a 3. I thought it was a 3, but yeah, it would be a 3.
Yep, it was a 3 by...
He looked like he was deep enough on that.
Yeah. And the lead is now 20, and the way it's going figures to increase as the evening wears on.
Yeah, Lang sitting down. That's a big loss for Schroon Lake with his 3rd foul.
41-21, Beekmantown. Eagles in with a record of 20-2. Who did they get beat by? 2 teams from Albany. I believe
Shaker and Shenandoah.
Are they B teams?
No. They're both A teams.
A teams.
Yeah, and that was an early season tournament. I think they were both fairly close games, and of course then they've won whatever the roll is, 20 in a row.
Yeah.
They haven't lost a league game and didn't lose a league game, although they didn't win the sectionals last year. They didn't lose a league game, and then it's been 2 years, I think, since they've lost a league game.
Wow. Lund, Fortunatus, Peroni, Charlemagne, Munson for Beekmantown. The Brock brothers along with Welsh, Brand, and Harden. And it comes to Brand. Brand out of backcourt for the Wildcats. Out of Harden, left sideline. Harden. Lucas Brock playing on the perimeter, left of the lane now. Well stripped away by Fortunatus. Fortunatus brings it back to the Eagles. Whips one up ahead. Munson's alone. He'll lay it in.
How many times have we seen that tonight? Munson beating the field and Beekmantown getting the ball.
Lead is 22. Here's Richard Brock. Almost, well, now does lose it. Here comes Lund back. Lund crosses the circle, gives to Munson.
Walk.
Spin move. Walk call. Yep, on Beekmantown. But again, they get that 3-on-2. They get the steal and they go to transition very quickly.
Yeah, they're quick. As evidence,
Charlemagne steals. Now to Fortunatus. Off the glass and in. 4 minutes left, third quarter. 45-21. The Eagles have blown it open here in the third. Here's Brock for the Wildcats. Left side to Brand. Now to Harden. Harden swings it around. Right side, Welsh. Welsh holding. Outside Harden, top of the circle, right side Welsh. Welsh puts it on the floor, puts up the jumper off the glass and in. Nice shot by Welsh, 45-23. Fortunatus down low, Munson baseline jumper, rounded in. He's got 15. Eagles lead it 47-23 out of backcourt. Brand out of Harden. Harden splits the defense, comes paint left side, and Brock back to Harden.
Wow!
High off the glass and in.
That was quite a
heat.
shot.
He just tossed it up there, hitting way near the top of the backboard, then came through.
He's easily the shortest player of the court, probably about 5'3". Young looking as well.
Yeah. Eagles turn it over at backcourt now, up the floor, out of bounds. It stays with the Wildcats. They'll have it on the baseline. 3 minutes left, third quarter, 47-25. Beekmantown. Here's Brand with a jumper off the side of the rim. Woof, Charlemagne high in the air, cleans the glass. Ahead to Lund, he's ahead of the pack. He'll lay it in.
There it is again. Lund ahead of the field, and Beekmantown has no trouble spotting him.
49-25, Beekmantown. Here's Brock, right of the circle. He'll pull up from 15. Swish.
Beekmantown's done a nice job on him. Yep. Here we go again.
Here down Munson again, and he got bowled over on the baseline by Brock. Second on Brock. Boy, Munson is down the floor quickly, and Schroon Lake just does not get back.
Yeah, as soon as he sees the ball come off the boards and Beekmantown has it, he's running the floor. Did it last year as a freshman as well.
49-27 into Fortunatus out of the corner for 3, and he hits it.
Well, I think Coach Dubos can call off the dogs here.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. 52-27, 2:25 remaining. Brock down on the baseline to Richard Brock, laid it up, missed it, but Charlemagne called on the foul inside. Second on Charlemagne. Brennan coming back in for Beekmantown. Lane coming back in for Schroon Lake. Blake coming back in for Beekmantown. Munson's out. Fortunatus is out. And Welsh is out for Schroon Lake. 52-27, 2:22 left in the third. Richard Brock to the line. He's got 4, first time on the line. He's a freshman. He'll get 2 shots here. Richard Brock. First one. Good. 52-28. One more coming for Richard Brock. Second one in the air, off the back, no good. Lucas Brock rebounds, knocked away, can unsave it, puts it high in the air, and it comes back to Charlemagne. Charlemagne brings it back to the Eagles, top of the circle, left side Lund, top to Charlemagne. Charlemagne on the perimeter to Lund for 3, bang!
Boy, they've certainly warmed up this quarter, Ducky.
Yep.
22 points in 6 minutes.
4 3-pointers in this quarter. Under 2 in the quarter, 55-28. Beekmantown. Here's Brock. This Brock. Right side, Richard Brock on the perimeter. Outside Harden. Now to Richard Brock on the right sideline. Inside Lang. Back in his way. Charlemagne rejects it. Here comes Lund away. Lund out of backcourt. He'll slow it up and hand it to Charlemagne. Charlemagne left in the circle. Top to Lund for 3. Off the front. Off the side. No good. And a whistle inside as Blake was pushed, perhaps by Lane. Sure they called it on.
I think that would be.
Oh, they called it on Blake.
Yeah, they did call it on 24 White, Jesse Blake.
First on Blake. Substitution now for Beekmantown. Gladue is in. Charlemagne is out. Now they're saying it was on Peroni, not on Blake. Wildcats have the ball with 1:25 left, third quarter. Lucas Brock on the left side to Richard Brock. On the sideline, brings it toward the top, dribbles between the legs, stops the dribble, now to Harden. Harden swings it around, back on the left now. Here's Richard Brock for 3. Off the side, no. And his own rebound and lays it in.
Nice job by the freshman.
55-30, 1 minute left, third quarter. Blake, left side to Lund. Lund, he's going to take the 3. Swish!
Big quarter by Lund.
Yep, 58-30, 50 seconds left quarter. Lucas Brock out of backcourt. Brock top of the circle, left to the lane, to the baseline, knocked away, got it back. Brock needs some help. Loops it now. Between Harden, right side, and put up and in by Brand. 30 seconds, 58-32, Beekmantown. Out of backcourt. Blake on the dribble. Shot clock is off. We're down to 20 seconds in the quarter. 58-32 Beekmantown. Blake just bouncing around. 15 seconds. Now starts to his left. Brings it back to the right. Top of the circle. Whistle. And a foul called on Brock. Lucas Brock, third on him.
Lucas Brock is third. Team's third.
Friedman back in. Richard Brock out. 9 seconds in the quarter. Eagles will have it far sideline. Peroni to inbounds. And it comes to Blake. Blake right sideline. Now to Lund. Lund in traffic. Lost it to Brock. And the foul called, I think, on Peroni. Second on Peroni. Comes with 3 seconds in the quarter.
Second, team's third.
Wildcats have it in backcourt, and it comes to Lang, left sideline. Lang trying to get up the shot, knocked away. There's the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. After 3, it is Beekmantown 58 and Schroon Lake 32. The boys' overall basketball championships continue on WIRY in 90 seconds. Play underway, fourth quarter. Lucas Brock missed a couple at the Schroon Lake end. Beekmantown came back, but out of bounds with Gladview with the ball, so the Wildcats get it back.
Ducky, you might be getting a look at what Beekmantown's going to put on the floor next year right now. Munson and we have 4 substitutes in there right now.
Yep. All right, here's Harden for Schroon Lake. Out of Brand. Brand brings it back up top. Top of the circle. Right side Harden off his hand. Going out of bounds. Back to Beekmantown. Blake, Gladview, Bosworth, Brennan, and Munson out there now for Beekmantown. Bosworth brings it out of backcourt. Top of the circle. Cross the circle. Now on the right to Gladview. Gladview, right sideline. Down low. Here's Brennan. Reverse layup blocked by Lucas Brock and taken away by Brock. 58-32, Beekmantown coming down to a minute gone in the fourth quarter. Here's Harden, he needs some help, hands it to Friedman. Friedman right sideline, bounce pass, kicked away by Munson out of bounds. It stays with the Wildcats.
Well, if you're Schroon Lake, you just want to start to get a little bit closer.
All right, Wildcats, pass for Brand, can he save it? Yes, but it's picked up by Brennan. Now for Bosworth, quickly up the left side. Here's Munson again by himself. Went for the jam and it missed it. Rebound Gladview, and he went up and came back down. So stuff attempt by Munson, and it came back out on it.
Yeah, he tried to stuff it left-handed, but again he was wide open. Nobody near him.
He's had a lot of those. Brock out of backcourt. Brock. Right side, Brand. Brand back to Brock. Foul line jumper. Got it.
Get a nice soft touch for about 15.
He's got 12. 58-34. 6:22 in the game. Bosworth out of backcourt for the Eagles. Right to Gladview. Sideline. Back to Bosworth. Baseline. Bosworth. Now back to Gladview. Comes Pink. Got tripped up coming through by Friedman. Foul on Friedman. First on him. 6:12 in the game, 58-34, Beekmantown. They led 33-19 at the half. Bosworth will inbounds along the baseline for the Eagles, in from Munson. Munson on the right, stops, down low, kicked out by Brock. Substitution for Schroon Lake. Aaron Herrick comes into the ball game.
Beekmantown has not got on a quarter in the first 2 minutes, or not on the board in this last quarter. For 2 minutes have gone by.
Bosworth into Munson, tipped away, stolen by Brock. Brock brings it up the left side. Lucas Brock, baseline, turns it back up the sideline. Now Harden, down on the right side, Friedman. Friedman sideline, now to Harden. Pass left side, threw it away, out of bounds. Beekmantown's going to make some more substitutions here. Vancourt and Karen are in. Bosworth and I would guess Munson are coming out. So we got a whole new lineup in there for Beekmantown. On the left side, here's Karen from 10, around, no good. Rebound Gladview, back to Karen. He'll take another 15, no good. And the Wildcats will come back. 5:35 in the game, 58-34. Baseline, jumper is off the side, missed there by Herrick. Back comes Beekmantown. Blake, foul line, Paint, hands it back to Karen. Karen with a runner off the glass, no good. He's taking his shots anyway.
Yeah, he's got 3 off.
Back comes Brock. Brock fills the lane. Right side, Herrick with a jumper. Short, no good. Ball on the floor. Gladview comes back up the right sideline. Now to Blake. 5 minutes left in the game. 24-point lead for the Eagles. Gladview, right sideline. Top to Karen. Karen holding. Baseline, knocked away by Brock out of bounds. So the Eagles will have it.
Shots are flying this quarter, Ducky. We've only seen 1 field goal so far. A little tough when we get subs completely on both teams.
Yep. Inbounds. Here's Blake. Blake makes a move baseline. Pull-up jumper. Short, no good. Rebound. Lucas Brock. Brock out of backcourt with 4:40 remaining. Brock, left side. Gets it back. Brock will take the long jumper. Swish.
Nice touch.
58-36, 4:25 remaining. Lake brings it out of backcourt for the Eagles. Lake on the right sideline, circle. Crosses the circle to the left. Now to Karen. Karen, left of the lane. Now for Brennan, baseline. Back to Gladue. Comes Pate. Pull-up jumper, Gladue. Side, no good. Rebound floor, Brock. Lucas Brock hands to Herrick. Herrick to Friedman. Friedman out over to the midcourt line and over. Right side, Harden. Back now, Herrick. Round on the left side. Knopfler. Back to Friedman. Left side, Harden to Friedman. Knopfler. High post. Brock turns, left of the lane, lost control of it, but we'll get a foul called on Beekmantown. Called on Gladue.
Beekmantown with 25 points in the third quarter has not scored in the fourth as yet.
And it's conceivable they could go this whole quarter not scoring, maybe still win the game.
Oh, I would think there's no question about that.
Lucas Brock to the line. He's got 14 in the game. First time on the line, and he missed the first one. One more coming for Lucas Brock. Second one by Brock. He's missed them both. Rebound, Herrick. Back out to Brock. Brock, Harden. On the right side, Pitkin, who's in there now. Now Brock. Stops the dribble, left side Harden. There's a mutton, Jeff, with those two next to each other, Harden and Brock. Now outside, batted away. Here's Charlemagne with the steal. He's going to take it to the hole and lay it in.
Where'd he come from? I didn't know he was in the game.
Snuck back in on us here. 60-36, that's their first points of the quarter. Off of yet another steal. Here's Brock, outside Harden. Harden swings it around right side, down inside for Brock, kicks it back outside. Long three-point shot. Hits the side of the rim, no good by by Pitkin. Back at the other end, laying it in is Karen for Beekmantown. Boy, they've had a lot of fast break points. I bet they got 20 points on fast break.
Oh, I'd say more than that, Doctor. Maybe 30. It's unbelievable.
And Schroon Lake here will take a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 62-36, Beekmantown, 2:43 remaining. Boys overall basketball championships continue on WIRY in 30 seconds.
Their final timeout.
Here's Harden out of backcourt on the right sideline. Harden top of the circle, looking for help, loops it down low, turn around, won't go. Tipped outside, Gladue rebounds. Gladue up the right side, Bosworth back in there, and he took a little step or two before he got started. Substitution, Schroon Lake. D'Azalea comes in, and I think Lucas Brock is now done for the night.
I think Schroon Lake has got 16 players in so far. He's got a bench of 18 people.
All right, Harden will bring it back, 2:20 in the game. Who are these guys? They got a bunch of new guys in now for Schroon Lake. Nobody that's been in before. Tipped out by Vancourt out of bounds.
With a roster of this size at D level, I'll bet you the whole JV team is up.
Well, you said before the game, maybe the entire boy population at Schroon Lake is
Close, I'm sure.
Here's D'Azalea outside to Harden. Harden holding on the outside, swings it to the left of the lane. Harden now out to D'Azalea. D'Azalea to Pitkin. Pitkin right sideline. Pitkin to the baseline. Pitkin along the baseline, knocked away by Bosworth out of bounds. And Andy Daggett will come in now for Beekmantown, and Vancourt will sit down. Minute and 50 in the ball game. another guy for Schroon Lake. This is Liebes who is in there. Replaces Dinger. All right, Azalea out to Harden. Harden comes foul line. Paint throws up a runner off the front, no good. Rebound, battled for, and grabbed, but then lost out of bounds by Daggett. Goes back to the Wildcats. 1:37 remaining, 62-36, Beekmantown. Harden will inbound. Gets it in. Pitkin back to Harden, right elbow. Now for D'Azalea. D'Azalea, top of the circle. On the left to Glebus. Glebus, pass batted away. Loose ball in the lane. Karen picks up, tied up. And the possession arrow goes back to Beekmantown.
Not an offensive outpouring this quarter. 4-4. Of course, that's going to happen when you substitute as early as both coaches have.
Empty the bench. Here's Gladue for Beekmantown. Minute and 20 remaining. Gladue comes down the paint. A runner by Gladue comes up short, and a whistle. And somebody inside pushing off for Schroon Lake. Yes, might have been Harden. Oh, they called it on Gladue.
Yeah, he had a nice drive to the basket, but then he fouled as he was trying to get his own rebound. Rebound his own shot.
Here's Harden out of backcourt. Harden for Schroon Lake wants some movement. Gets it on the right to Pitkin, right sideline. We are coming down to the 1 minute mark. Back to Harden. 1 minute in the game. 62-36 Beekmantown. Harden back outside for Herrick. Herrick back for Harden for three. Way off the mark, off the glass, and then off one of the Wildcats and out of bounds. And this must be the last guy. Here's Andy Hammond in for the Wildcats. I think they've got them all now.
There might be one more, but maybe you're right.
On the end, though. I'm not sure if he's been in or not. But you got 16 guys. It's hard to get them all in.
Oh, I know.
Even in a blowout like this.
That's more than 3 units.
Gladue. Gladue right of the circle. Gladue looking right side Bosworth. Bosworth shot blocked, but it comes to Vancourt. And Vancourt puts it in. 64-36, 33 seconds remain. Harden on the left side. Here's Hammond. Hammond hands it back to Pitkin. Pitkin to Harden, right on the right side. Liebes, right sideline, works it down low. He was kind of back and
you got to put the ball on the floor first.
Turnover by D'Azalea. 22 seconds remaining. Inbounds. Here comes Gladue back. 20 seconds. Gladue out of backcourt. Gladue top of the circle. Swings it around to the right. Now back to the left. Back to the right. Gladue will take the 15. Air ball. Goes out of bounds. Belongs to Schroon Lake with 7 seconds.
Yeah. Schroon Lake will try to get one last shot. 7 seconds to go. Down 28, though.
Harden out of backcourt. Harden swings it around right side. Gets it there to Pitkin. His shot is an air ball, and the ball game is over. Beekmantown wins it 64-36. Eagles 64, Wildcats 36. The boys' overall basketball championships continue on WIRY in 1 minute.
That will conclude our hometown cable coverage of Section 7 overall championship action, the BED game. Beekmantown will play Saranac here at Plattsburgh in the championship game, which we also hope to bring to you. Our thanks to Ducky Drake and John Niles for taking us through the ball game. They are, of course, from radio station WIRY 1340 in Plattsburgh. So that's the way it was on this 26th day of February 1997. We've been at Barker Memorial Gymnasium in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh.